Yo, when it comes to cold weather, I'm sorry, I don't immediately run to vanilla. Personally, sometimes I maybe want to smell, fruity. So I got a list for you. Let's get on into it. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. The Santa Maria here. Yes, this is a fruity fragrance list for cold weather, aka it is winter right now, winter 2024. So I have a list for you all. Just to switch it up because I know everybody's chasing the vanilla trend right now. Y'all know how I feel about that. Anyway, I just kind of want to do something a little bit different, and let's reach for the fragrances that are fruity. And I say that to say because usually when we think about fruity fragrances, a lot of times we automatically assume, oh, we talking about summer. We talk about fruity, juicy scents. It gotta be hot. Not necessarily, because not this lineup I have. All of these are cut through some cold weather, and I can't wait to talk about it. I have 8 for you, and it's gonna be a good time. But as always, lipstick of the day today, everyone. I kept it nude. I kept it cute. I went in with my all-time favorite nude lipstick, and that is MAC Yash. As you can see, I've used it all the way down, and I have a backup on deck. Details on the lipstick as well as the face and everything I talk about will be in the description box below, so you don't have to look for it. Next up, we have fragrance of the day. Now, this is not a fruity scent, but it is a cold weather scent for me. And this is from the house of Tiziana Terenzi, and this is Deluxe. This is for my coffee and rose lovers. This is for you. It feels so good, very decadent, and it lasts a long time. Dedicated review on this fragrance is coming up soon, so definitely stay tuned to the channel for Deluxe. So again, fragrance of the day is Tiziana Terenzi's Deluxe. And now let's get into this list of fruity fragrances. The first one we're gonna talk about, this one, this fragrance, y'all, was the inspiration for this video, and I'm talking about none other than from the house of Bon Number 9, Bon Number 9's Nomad. This scent, wow. I did not realize you could do fruit and make it thick and heavy until I smelled this scent, and that's why this scent for me was the inspiration for the video. So Bon Number 9's Nomad, this fragrance is unisex, slightly leaning feminine, but I'm gonna read the notes for you all. The notes are pear, quince, black currant, violet leaves, oud, accord, rose, amber, and vanilla, but hands down, the oud, the pear, and the quince are the notes that are the most prominent in this fragrance. So that's why for me, this is a fruity fragrance that can cut through cold weather, because if you don't know, this scent is beast mode and it lasts all day and you're gonna smell it. Nobody's missing you if you wear this one. So absolutely, this one handles cold weather. This is one of my winter fragrances. So absolutely, Bon Number 9's Nomad had to start off this list. Now this next fragrance, actually this one got a lot of love and attention in the summertime, slightly going into fall, but let me tell you, I really came to appreciate this scent once the winter weather hit. And the fragrance I'm referring to is from the house of Jomashop, and this is La Capitale. Y'all, let me tell you something. La Capitale blew up to the point that it was like gone and missing. It was sold out everywhere for a minute. It's starting to come back around, which I'm happy about, but yeah, I've had my bottle for a few months. If you all recall, this fragrance started from a sample for me. I had a decant of it, fell in love with it, and then of course that decant got upgraded to this right here, full-size bottle. But let me tell you about the notes, because the notes will tell you why this fragrance is on this list more so than anything. So we have notes of strawberry and peach, labdanum and caramel. And then we have middle notes of rose and amber, leather, saffron and ginger. And then we have base notes of oud, benzoin, vanilla bourbon, y'all. Hands down, the strawberry, the peach, the caramel, and dare I say the leather notes are the ones that stick out the most. But as you all see, the opening for sure is all about the fruit. For sure, this is fruit with a leather edge, and because it has that leather note is why this scent does well in cooler weather, in my opinion. I prefer this more so in cooler weather than I do warmer weather. Even though I discovered it in like the springtime and I got my bottle in the summer, I enjoy it more now that it's like 30 degrees outside, and it's because the leather mixes better with the fruity notes in this one. So I highly recommend checking out Jomashop's La Capitale for cold weather. This one is very nice, and I don't smell it every day. Like, who thinks to blend fruity notes with leather? That don't happen every day. So kudos to Jomashop for being different. I like that. Now this next fragrance, I've been talking about her a lot ever since fall hit. So now fall is done. Now we're going into winter. This is from the house of Burberry, and y'all, Burberry Hair. Burberry Hair, let me tell you something. This is the best one out of the lineup. I said what I said, and I stand on it. And that's the reason why this is the only one I own from the Her line, because this one actually wowed me a little bit first sniff. So what's cool about this one, keynotes of dark red berries. There's some amber in here, jasmine and vanilla, but What this smells like to me, and I've said this in multiple other videos, including its dedicated review, this smells like a strawberry milkshake. That is literally what this smells like. It is super creamy, and that's because of the vanilla, and I want to say there's some sandalwood in here. But the fruitiness, mainly giving strawberry to me, is why this scent makes this list. This is absolutely a fruity, creamy, delicious fragrance. Burberry did their thing with the elixir, and I'm glad they gave it its own bottle situation, calling it the elixir, because it is elevated. It's more elevated than others to me. Others have a little bit more of a transparency about them. They're not as thick and dense. This one is thick and dense, and it actually lasts all day. So don't believe the hype that old designers don't last. They kind of like whatever. No, This is a designer that actually lasts. So Burberry Hair Elixir absolutely is amazing for cooler weather, and I'm still enjoying this fragrance over a year later. So Burberry Hair Elixir. Now this next fragrance came out, in my opinion, the wrong season, but now we're in the right season for it. This is none other than from the house of BDK, and this is their latest fragrance. This is Passé Soir, the extrait version. This right here is a fruity patchouli fragrance is what this is. And it lasts. There's notes of pear in here. There's ginger, there's mandarin orange, there's black pepper cacao, we got quince, we got jasmine, we got peach, we got orange blossom, cashmere, and broxton. There's so much going on in here. Of course, patchouli, vanilla, and benzoin, but mainly it's the fruits. It's the quince for sure, the pear, the orange. This is another fruity patchouli scent is what this is. Fruits and patchouli. So if you like fruits, you like patchouli, this is for you. And it's done in like this thick way. Like I would think this was like a syrup, the way how dense this fragrance is. It lasts all day, and again, it cuts through cold weather. It hugs a sweater. So absolutely this fragrance had to make the list. I've been talking about it all fall and winter long, and for good reason, because it fits the profile of what we're trying to do here, which is smell fruity but make it dense enough to handle cold weather. So BDK's Passé Soir, the extrait version, had to get on the list. Now this next fragrance, we haven't talked about her in a long time. She definitely had an era and a wave here on YouTube fragrance community, but let me tell you, I had to bring her back out because it would be a disservice if I did not include this fragrance on this list. And y'all, this is from the house of Tiziana Terenzi, and this is none other than the iconic Tobit. Yes, Tobit. I wore this in the summertime before, but this is so dense and so heavy, but still fruity at the same time. Oh no, it needs to be worn in cold weather, for sure. So let me get into Tiziana Terenzi's Tobit for you. Bergamot in here, there's peach in here, there's like cotton candy in here. There's like a million other notes in here, which if you know Tiziana Terenzi, they have like 20 different fragrance notes. But most importantly, this is a fruity but woody amber type of scent. And when I tell you it lasts a long time, it's gonna fill the room. This is a fragrance for me that is max 3 sprays, and that's being generous. This is so strong. All of the notes in here, the peach is peachy for sure. So if you like a peach note, but you want it heavy, dense, and woody, Tobit, yes, Tobit. Ooh, yeah. I'm still smelling it right now. I'm letting my nose take a moment to like debrief from it because Tobit plays no games. This is a fragrance. I don't know how I'm ever gonna finish it because it is so potent. I think if I'm not mistaken, just straight up, this is the most potent fragrance of them all I'm gonna be talking about in this video. This is super strong, and I'm like, woo. I have to prepare myself when I wear Tobit because it's strong, it's loud, but oh, it's good though. It's real good. Tiziana Terenzi, you have to be ready for them because they a lot, especially with the fruits. This is all the fruits be up in here. So yes, Tiziana Terenzi's Tobit. Now this next fragrance is a legend, a icon, a diva, all the above. Everybody's trying to be you. They keep trying to make dupes of you, but nobody is you. So the next fragrance to talk about on this list is y'all, the icon, Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. You even have sisters now, Cherry Smoke and Electric Cherry, which they still don't hold a candle to you because there's only one original. So Lost Cherry, well, his keynotes of black cherry, there's tonka bean in here, and almond. I've had this bottle for a good while, and as y'all can see, me and Lost Cherry had a love connection and a wave that lasted me because I got the big bottle of Lost Cherry. So you know I really love you. So Lost Cherry, this is the grown-up cherry fragrance I always wanted, but I was looking for it in all the wrong places. But then Tom gave us the right cherry that we needed. And even still, like I said, it's 2024, and this fragrance I know has been out, I think at least 4 years at this point, maybe even 5 or 6. But Lost Cherry is just it. It's the best cherry. I still feel that way. I've smelled the other cherries that have come out. They're just not you. They're just not you. So if you want a cold weather cherry, a grown-up cherry in my opinion, and a cherry that doesn't smell like cough syrup, this is the cherry for you. Tom Ford's Lost Cherry absolutely had to be on this list. And speaking of Tom Ford, I had to talk about this one because y'all know I love this one too. This is Tom Ford's Bitter Peach. Bitter Peach been in my collection for a long time as well, y'all. Me and Bitter Peach go a long way. Ah, it's so good. Bitter Peach. This is boozy peach. So normally we think of peachy fragrances, we think of syrupy and like sugary sweet peach. This is boozy peach. Y'all, this is like a blood orange, patchouli, sandalwood in here. And of course there's peaches in here. It's like, this is like peach that's been soaking in booze all day is what this smells like. But oh, it works, it's so good. This is a fragrance, in my opinion, it actually smells better the longer you have on your skin. And also say, you know how whenever you wear a scarf and a sweater, you get a little warmer there sometimes, you know, everybody got the heat on. The heat actually magnifies this scent. And it works and it cuts through that cold weather. So it's very good, very inviting, and definitely for grown folks. Grown folks peach is what this is. So Tom Ford's Bitter Peach absolutely is fruity for the cold weather. And the last fragrance to make this list, this is the most slept on fruity fragrance to me, and it gets overshadowed by a lot of other fragrances from this house, but we're gonna talk about her today. The fragrance I'm referring to is from the house of Nishane. It's a very loved fragrance house in the fragrance community. I love Nishane myself. This scent ain't talked about enough for me, and this is Vain and Naive. Vain and Naive is so slept on. I know a lot of y'all are probably thinking I'm gonna do 100 Silent Waves, which technically could have because that has a lot of peach in it too, but I want to switch it up. That one I wear more so in warmer weather, but Vain and Naive to me gives me more cooler weather vibes for the fruitiness, and I'm gonna explain. So in Vain and Naive, y'all, this one we have top notes of orange, we got some bergamot, and then we have middle notes of raspberry and plum, y'all. Heavy on the raspberry and the plum. Then we have rose in here, jasmine, cedar, then we have some sandalwood, tonka bean, musk, patchouli, amber. You know, niche fragrances always got more going on, but absolutely, this is a raspberry and a plum scent. And then this all comes together with that tonka bean and that sandalwood to make it kind of creamy. This is a sugary sweet scent, but like plums and raspberries have a tartness to them, and tart fruit notes to me definitely give more of an edge in cooler weather. So that's why I like Vain and Naive more for this time of year, and that's why it's shutting down the list. And we all know the longevity that is Nishane because their fragrances are X-rated parfums. You don't have an issue with that at all, it lasts. So you're gonna smell sweetie and fruity, but cold weather edition with Vain and Naive. So it's a win for me. So all right, everyone, that wraps up this list of fruity fragrances for cold weather. Let me know what you think. What are some fragrances you would also classify as cold weather fruity fragrances that make your list? Let me know in the comments below. And yeah, I will catch y'all in the next video. Bye, y'all.